Okay, guys, I especially made these videos. Uh, I am not, I will not speak my own or Filipino language. This is for intended for other races who are neophyte or novice in trading, the trading journey. So, as I have observed from different trading instructor, forex trading instructor, either it is a stock or commodities or either currencies, pairs, major pairs. Uh, Based on my observation for the past months during the pandemic, most of the currencies is not exploding, not moving. You will be discouraged. Your intention to trade is it's very disgusting because how could you manage to take profit or uh, take some profit if the currency is not moving? Because most of the currency is affected with the pandemic effect. So that's why now during the pandemic is I prefer to trade gold or Bitcoin because only those instrument is moving. What we call we are looking for the volatility of the instrument that they will be traded. So this is for advance for those other traders. I will not speak Tagalog because it's hard for them to understand even if there is any translations that will reflect on the screen. But still, because of the way our pronunciation is different from those already designed or set on the computer, that's why they cannot translate what is the correct words or what is the correct meaning of what we are explaining. So now for I made this separate video because one of our there are some comments that we read in our comment section is that they want us to speak English even if we are not so fluent in English, but we will try our very best. So we are talking with regards those who are trading with. For me, this is only for swing or for intraday or what we call the scalping. So this is I want to share this experience based on my observations. No? That in scalping or even in intraday trading, those who are new fight or beginners, I don't want you to be involved in this discussion because you need to be familiarized with the basic, the principles before you will uh, involved with this discussion, which is very complicated. So this is only for those who have knowledge and they want to seek other strategy. For me, one of my strategy in scalping or intraday is uh, I think some of them for those who has already experience is better for me. No, support and resistance is not support and resistance. Even if you see that how strong is the support or how strong is the resistance, they are not reliable because every time for me, all these prices will always find The best entry for me is the supply and demand. As I have observed, man, it is tested supply and demand. So, how do you locate or identify the strong support or demand? That's why there are a lot of traders. They are keep on. There are some demonstration regarding the support resistance for me. Even if there is already a confluence of other tools or other, just like train lines, zone, higher time frame, turbo time frame. But for me, the best of all the best is the supply and demand. Supply and demand, and you have to associate with other tools. And as what I've said a while ago, that this is that this discussion is not for beginners. Because I want to make a separate videos. This is for all who are still struggling with their trading journey, even if they are already how many years. But their strategy, relying on those other instructors in the YouTube, they keep on promoting their strategy. But all those strategies are already applied, it, but still futile, still not successful, not effective. So for me, the best is supply and demand. And even there are other explanations there. So, but for others, it's very hard to comprehend or to understand their explanation, unless that you are already familiar with this uh, principle, supply and demand. And I know that there are some other traders now who is now trying to observe, but what are the tips that I may disclose in this video. But I know that they know that what is supply and demand. But as different videos that we have uh, compared to others, there are a lot of uh, instructors who are explaining about supply and demand. But how? There are other tips. How can you? Uh, how can you ensure that your entry, if you're already in the zone of supply, that the entry is reliable? What are the other vital uh, points that you have to consider that that entry has potential that it will become a successful trade? Sample in supply or in demand. Even if wherever where you start from supply or to from support or from demand. Once you this is all as what I've said, this video is separate. This is intended for to have already knowledge with regards to the basic of trading requirements. You know already the candlestick formation, other tools, oscillators, uh, but still you keep on struggling. Setting your stop loss, take profit, risk reward ratio. Yeah, that's one of our topic. If you are already setting your trade either from supply or demand, when you have already confident that this zone wherein you take your entry, your set your entry, and then set your stop loss and also the take profit. What is your risk reward ratio? What is the safe risk reward ratio? Example, if you are setting your entry at the supply zone, okay, and then and those traders who already experienced, when you set your entry, provided that all those confirmation, what are the confirmation? I know that, as what I've said, this is only for an experienced trader. This is an additional knowledge. I want some queries from other traders who are keep on struggling. But as of now that I found some strategy, I formulate my own strategy. But I'm not yet increasing my capital because of the situation. I am now on. I'm still on my work, and then my nature of work is some areas there's no sufficient, consistent internet connection. That's why I prepared only to trade from when I stand by my other area wherein for how many hours. But I didn't increase my micro account because once I depart from that area, it's very hard. You close your order, which is already a huge order. Because I prepared and then observing the flow of my trades and found out that it is effective. Maybe later on, if I already sufficient, I have sufficient connection. But I will give you some tips to support traders there. And I will invite some other, you can invite some other who are still struggling to subscribe my channel because this channel is helpful for us who I also experienced the trading journey. For how many years all the tools, the indicators I already extracted that from Google. From what are the definition, what are the functions, but later on, why still unable to complete my trade setup? Still, there are some factors that we have to consider in trading. But my step for those who are very experienced, supply and demand is the best. And you set your order either from supply or demand. As what we, even you traders know, where is the area of the label we're in? Those traders, even sellers and buyers, are focusing or concentrating on that area. Where is that area? It is the area of fair value. What is the fair value? How can you how can you define fair value? Is is the area of is that area is uh, advisable to set your entry? Either it is buy or sell. You have to research them. You know what is fair value. You know what is fair value. It is the equilibrium. What is the equilibrium? I know that you know what is the equilibrium. It is the area wherein both sellers and buyers are. What are their purpose there? The equilibrium area. Equilibrium. That area. That area wherein the prices is contracting. So if the prices is contracting, that is one of the trading the market structure phase. Construction. What are the other synonyms for construction? The prices wherein the buyers and sellers uh, have same volume. Okay? If buyers and sellers have same volume, what will happen? Is there a potential? Uh, it is potential to interpret on the contraction level area, contraction area. what we other call that, consolidation. So that area is what we call fair value. And if you are trading, is the area of fair value is the best area to enter trade, or there any other location? So that's my one of my tip, and it is applicable to all types of time frames. Either it's higher time frames or lower, even the lowest time frame is still applicable. For me, if you are trading in scalping, swing trading, supply and demand is still effective. Try it. I disclose it in my channel because I know that you're keep on millions of views, but still the the strategy that the disclose is, you will feel disgusting. But in with Mcnicks channel, as okay, reminders to all new fight, reminders to all beginners, do not do not uh, do not follow this special video. This is only for those experience. Later on, you will understand. Check this, visit this video again. Check this video again after you familiar all the basic elementary process of trading, market structure analysis, those technical analysis, fundamentals. Well, no problem with the fundamentals, but the most important is you have to be familiarized with the technical analysis, the terminology, their functions. That's the important. And after you familiarize, you will be well versed with that. You can visit again this video, check this video for reference. And this is only for those experience. You can, I will entertain any questions, any query regarding this topic. Not totally 95% I will disclose now, but if you will check my channel and ask questions, then I will. As what I've said, this is not only for uh, uh, local, not only for this country, but this is open to all international traders. You are welcome to check this channel. Ask some queries, then I will answer. Honestly, I'm not trading huge amount. Sorry, but recently I found out this strategy, and I want you to also share your strategy, because honestly I found out that this strategy is effective. But maybe you will question why you will not increase your capital. As what I've said, I am still in my present active job. So and then uh, trading is consistent internet connection is very essential, important for this. If you have no consistent internet, it's better not to trade, because maybe you can trade, but in a position style or swing trading style. Same, supply and demand is applicable to all times. That's what I'm saying. If you will engage in long position or in position trading, swing trading, intraday, scalping, still supply and demand is applicable. Uh, to determine supply and demand is very easy, but you have to dig up that, because in supply and demand, even you have to dig up even the very, very, what do you call that? You have to check. Okay, for those experience, you have to ensure that you have to identify how to look at the order blocks. You know what is the order blocks? And then check what is the definition of order blocks. And after that, even a very smallest time frame if you are scalping. I do not. I don't agree with that. There are some videos that show that the scalping just like that. But if you will apply that's time, keep up losing. Maybe some of you but there are some in scalping even in 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. You have to consider all this until 4 hours. Scalping is the in scalping you 1 minute is your entry time frame, but 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour to 4 hours, even 1 day. You have to consider it because in scalping, you have to ensure that your bias time frame is reliable. You know, as what again I've said, those beginners do not follow this channel because I especially once again I especially made this channel trying to speak foreign language in order to call the attention of other traders who are still struggling, who are still trying to to find. I know that they know what are those moving averages, doors, oscillators. Maybe word for word, they know what is the meaning of that. But but even if you know what are the function of those tools, but if you cannot formulate your own strategy effectively, useless. Check, subscribe this channel, kindly subscribe and then share. We can. I am waiting for your questions or your queries, but still, my the subscribers is barely 19, 20 subscribers. You are subscribing those 1 million channel those channels or because of the nice video, very clear edited video, but the content is not direct to the point. Here in Mcnicks channels, this is not a sort of braggartry, no. I am not not boastful to say, but once you will subscribe this channel and it shares, so that's it. If my subscribers will reach, I will happy 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 subscribers. Oh, these tips, well, supply and demand. Double check the supply and demand, and then dig up, check even a very very meticulous, uh, very, do it meticulously. Don't be complacent. You know what? You know, say, Magnus, I know supply and demand. You don't know what is supply and demand. But as what I've said a while ago, the tips, check the order box and then set your entry. Find the, after setting the entry, find the fresh supply and demand. You know what is fresh supply and demand? I know that you know. I know that you know. Okay, traders. Fresh supply and demand is the level or zone of supply that never been tested. That's fresh. Get it? Okay, our tips is starting to get it. Huh? So when you sit when you set your entry price, entry, okay, first entry is your first entry. How can you ensure that that entry is a potential successful trade. Because even if you are in a supply or demand zone, but there is no other confirmation that your entry price has potential to be successful, what your other confluences, we call confluences, is your entry price is strong enough that it will be, if it going up or downward, it will continue to your set take profit or downward. There are some factors that it will not be successful, and that is the topic that we have to be discussed next videos. I already give you the importance of supply and demand, the fair value, wherein what is the fair value? That is the area where the price is consolidated. And if the price is consolidated, that is the contraction level, wherein the buyers and sellers are starting to starting to on the fair value. New pie traders, beginners, retailers, they are concentrating on the area wherein they can what is that? They can check if it is um, enough margin of enough profit margin. So sometimes they will say, wait, I will trade in that area. It's only a small or small profit because of the of the supply and demand principle. No, because it is proven and tested. When dump money are those retailers, the new pipe, when dump money sit there in trade entry, smart money will always contradict with their entry. That's it is true. Smart money will always uh, trade contrary to the trade of retailers. 100%. When smart money contradict with the entry of the retailers, what's the purpose? Uh, because the smart money can locate where the liquidity, where is the liquidity? That's their target. Liquidity zone of liquidity. What are the liquidity area? Those pending orders, stop losses. Mm. Because okay, well, for example, this is for the experienced traders. We know that prices, if they will first test, second test, third test, trying to break the resistance or support. That's always like, I know that you know that. So what wait, because okay, if that is the if that is the current status of the prices, that's the indication what will happen. That's the indication that some most of the traders will set the trade and then putting stop loss. If it is from support in above the stop loss. How many ATR, one ATR, two ATRs on the highest swing price, they will put their stop loss. But do you think that is enough? It is enough? You are safe for that? Because some is anticipating the time that okay, there's a consolidation. Anytime it will the prices will break out. Do you think that will break out? And do you think that that breakout is successful? There are factors to consider. That will be the topic that we will be discussing. Okay, provided given indicators, blah blah blah, other confluences, it's about time to that these prices will break this resistance or this trend lines. But later found out that it's only a fake breakout. So what happened? What is the cause of the fake breakouts? There are lots of instructors who keep on telling us because of avoid breakouts. Maybe if you consolidate all the tips given by the disclosing by some other instructors, and then you can formulate that you literally understand. Oh, this is what they say, what they're trying to emphasize. So I inviting those traders ask questions. I only give some tips. So at this short video, that's the only tips I can give. But if you will subscribe my channel, then we will continue this. We will complete this tips up my own formulated strategy that I found out effective. My first tip is always start on the supply and demand. Nobody can beat supply and demand. And then later on, you will combine those indicators, tools, indicators, oscillators that are useful. That are useful. And also, how can you identify the volume? They will say that only stocks are applicable for volume, but even in forex market, they say that because the currency is not. No, no. If you are trading gold against US dollar, you will be challenged of the volatility of the gold. But if you know how to anticipate the rise and fall of the prices with your confluences, there's not a reason that you cannot anticipate their gold movements. So subscribe and share this channel, and I am waiting for your. I will entertain whatever your queries or questions in this channel. That's all that I can say. I can give tips for to this video for already experience but keep struggling on their trading journey. Start at the supply and demand. Okay, I will make a recap. Supply and demand is the most important. Then check your order blocks. You identify your order blocks. And what is the preferred zone or area that you will start your trade? You can enter trade either from shorting or position trade, long, short or long trade. Okay, I will give already the important tips: supply and demand, fair value, and then the behavior of some prices. But if you try subscribe my channel, share. We will make this channel. I I I I, I will be eager to upload more videos disclosing some strategy. If I will found out that you will subscribe to my channel. But to this topic, for those who already experience, very important. Supply and demand. All start. I don't believe in the support and resistance. Because support and resistance, they are only a hmm, temporary resistance. If that is from higher resistance support, where the price will temporarily hold, but support resistance is not rely only in one single line. Every time there is a temporary when the price is temporarily stopped, when it's considered as a resistance also. And you have to consider other also lines, and then when you're plotting the lines for support resistance, plot the highest width until the lowest body. That is a resistance or support zone. But supply and demand and the support resistance is different. Supply and demand zone is different from support and resistance. If you will plot that in the chart. Later I will look a video how to plot correctly the supply and demand zone compared to support and resistance zone. Okay, I will agree that temporarily you can use the support resistance. Even in scalping you can use that. You can relate that the repair side of the prices will, will be is applicable on that area because we have to understand the principle of the supply and demand, and then the fair value. Every time frames have fair value and supply and demand. And I will share this that you cannot underestimate the other time frame. If you are trading on the higher time frame, in the lower time frame, even in the 4 hours, hourly, all the time frame is very important. If you make a top-down analysis that you know from higher time frame to lowest time frame, okay, give it that. But when you are uh, making your top-down analysis, every ano, okay, subscribe my channel later. I temporarily stop my video here later, but once I some subscriber, invite some subscribers, focus on the subscriber. We will disclose some proven tested strategy. Once you can formulate this, you can make the effective strategy. It's your discretion to adjust your capital. Because if you will trade with big capital, even 3 attempts of scalping, it's already money. So you ratio and proportion. So this is this once again temporarily I will stop this discussion together with this some strategy that I starting to expose. This is an expose because some I feel pity for those beginners that keep on because of the clear video, very nice edited video. But if you will check the content, how would you understand if you keep on ba ba 500 subscriber, you will go on first go. No, but where is the even the basic, until the basic capture promotion your channel? Yeah, very good at doing. But because of the poor quality of our the resolution of our camera, we have no other features on this discussion video. Maybe when you see that very blurred, you will not subscribe. But it is blurred, but the content is bright as the star. Okay, subscribe and share this channel. Then step by step, maybe this channel will reach 10,000 subscribers. I will tell the strategy, scalping strategy and scalping. Those indicators tools that we will be used. What are their functions and how can we use it effectively? Even if you know what are those, I mean, I know that some traders know that the chart is supposed to. Do you know how I utilize those tools? So subscribe the channel, make this channel big, share, invite others, discussion, market structure, price actions, effective plotting of trend lines, how trend line works, how to find a potential breakout. That's become if we that's a successful breakout compared to the fake breakout. We can identify fake breakouts. One of the important in scalping is focus. Even if you already familiar, but if you are not focused on your trading, you might be distracted by others. It's better to focus concentrate on it. Because I told every every price actions being in small time frame is very important. You have to patiently monitor the movement and anticipate any sudden change of direction of the price. You can identify it through the effective if you have knowledge in the even how what even you cannot underestimate the tools because that tools is already proven effective by others. It will not be uh, included in the tools list of tools group of tools if it is not effective. So it is proven. So for me, tools is effective. Okay, if the lot of tools, your chart will be crowded, will be messy. But you can remove temporarily remove some tools if you want to make your smartphone larger, larger screen. Then leaving only those two or three. Later on, if you want to check, if another client, then we have to confirm, verify, then automatically reinstall the reinstate the tools. Then you found out that okay, it all the stars is already aligned. Then remove others. So now this I will stop my discussion with regards to the tips. This is only for the experienced traders struggling with the trading journey. Okay, thank you. Subscribe and share.